We've asked one of our students in today to talk to you about the Duke of Edinburgh scheme, which has been run at our school for a number of years. This has resulted in many successful students receiving awards in silver and bronze. Here is Paul and Stanley.
Thank you, Lee. The Duke of Edinburgh's award offers opportunities and challenges to young people. The Duke of Edinburgh introduced his scheme to encourage and stimulate the needs and wants of young people everywhere. The scheme is open to people of all ages between 14 and 25 and is operational throughout the Commonwealth and the world. In the United States, the award is called the President's or the Head of State Award. Although they are named differently, they all satisfy the same basic principles. The scheme in itself is not a youth organisation. It is a program of practical, cultural and adventurous activities designed for the development of young people. Participants follow their chosen activities largely in their own time with guidance from somebody familiar with a particular area. Minimum standards are laid down, and when these standards are reached, they qualify for an award, which is presented by a representative of the royal family on the behalf of the Duke of Edinburgh. There are 3 separate awards, bronze, silver and gold. The participant is expected to fulfil the requirements of each of the 4 sections within an award. The sections being service, which is aimed at helping the community in ways such as practical service, civil aid, Coast Guard service, fire or police services or road safety. Expedition is to encourage a spirit of adventure and discovery. A variety of expeditions can be undertaken, such as walking, cycling, sailing, on horseback or by car. The skills section concentrates on the development of personal, social and practical skills, for example, appreciation of the arts, collections and studies, communication, crafts, graphic arts, life skills, music, recreative skills and workshop crafts. Physical recreation is there to encourage the physical skills and to work on development of performance. Activities in these 4 sections are intended to complement each other and so provide a balanced program reflecting different aspects of young people's development.
Time is now 11:15 and we'd like to dedicate a song for the hard-working staff at our school. It's Why Me by Irene Cara.
G'day, my name is Paul Cully and I'm going to give you a talk on my home country, Australia. Australia is the largest single country on one island and is divided into 7 states and 1 territory. I come from the only state that is not considered an eastern state, Western Australia. I was living in Tasmania before I came to Fiji in 1982. Fiji is a complete contrast to Australia in so many ways. The major difference is the multiracial culture, although Australia gets a fair share of its different nationalities. Fiji is different because all the races have to mix because of such a small community. Life in Suva is slow and quiet, with an old layout and habit. Australia, being the most urbanised country in the world, with some very beautiful yet modern cities, is completely different. So coming to Suva with its set out, I had a lot of adjusting to do. Fiji is a very sporting nation, but unlike Australia, there seems to be little opportunity for youngsters. This is not good if Fiji wants to be a major sporting nation in the future, but through international, I and my friends get a fair share of sport. The schooling in Fiji is not the same as in Australia as well, mainly because the schools are a lot smaller. This is better for students because they get specialised attention, which we don't get back in Australia. The social life is not the same as in Australia, probably because they don't play Aussie rules. Fiji is a great place to visit if it's not raining, but living here suits only a certain type of person. Well, that's about all I have to say, so I'll give you a dinky-die Aussie song, I Come From Land Down Under by Men at Work.
My name is Teresa Brain. I'm a 6th form student at the International School. As one of my interests is music, I will be discussing the London Trinity College of London examinations. Some of our students have just finished these piano and singing exams. A school wishing to enrol students for the examination does so through the Fiji Arts Council here in Fiji. When the students have been registered as candidates, the examination details of the course of study are sent to you. After the candidate has chosen the pieces he or she will be playing or singing, practice must be done. The candidates are notified of the visiting date of the examiner. The examiner comes from Britain and travels throughout the Commonwealth and other regions of the world, examining prospective students. A certificate is awarded to the successful students for their efforts. A pass is 65 and over, a merit is 75 and over, and honour is 85 and over. The examinations range from the initial exam to the advanced exam. In order to get to the advanced level, a candidate must do around 8 exams. The London Trinity Board offer a large variety of instruments to choose from, and other items include solo singing, musicianship and theory. Pupils from the international school have been sitting these exams for 4 years. We have been able to take advantage of the singing and piano examinations, but we are hoping to expand using other instruments in order of having our own orchestra. Here is Christiane Spivey and myself singing the theme from Romeo and Juliet.
Well, it's 4 minutes to 12 and our team's time with you is drawing to a close, and we hope you have enjoyed listening to our program and have gained some information about the international school. We certainly enjoyed presenting our program, and thanks to FBC, VAR Pickering and Penny for their help. We would also like to thank Mrs. Patty for her guidance. We would like to end our morning with you with a song dedicated to all those students hoping to do well in exams at the end of the year. Here's Tim Finn with A Fraction Too Much Fiction. Have a nice day. Bye!
There's a fraction too much friction. There's a fraction too much friction. Yeah, yeah. There's a fraction too much friction. Take a typical man, hold him with a typical woman, then sit back and watch everything slide. It's a perfectly natural expression of ill will, but when will hostility subside? There's a fraction too much friction. There's a fraction too much friction, yeah. Don't believe in the opposing factions. What we need is some positive action. There's a fraction too much friction, yeah.
Now that wraps up the International Secondary School's School on Parade show today, and those taking part were Justin McCaskill, Lee McLaughlin, Teresa Brain, Tamsin Vuetulvoni, Mrs. Patty, Paul Cully, John Kizailis, Paul Winstanley, Sonia Pala, Vera Marila, Ju Yunli, and on the recorder you also heard Paula McLeod, Echo, Brody White and Vivian Adams. It's now 2 minutes to 12. At 12 o'clock the station continues in Fijian, and you can hear the rest of the English program through Radio Fiji 2 and Radio Fiji 3 FM.